everybody, it's Michael Leveres from Alpha Insider, and I'm with Olga Zakinova, an associate real estate broker with Douglas Elliman. Olga, welcome back to our podcast.
Hi, Michael.
Good to see you again. We discussed different types of properties. We've discussed mortgages. I want to talk more about players in this industry and people, the professionals that you surround yourself with, who you work with, why it's important to have the right team. And an integral part of that team is your attorney. An attorney represents you when you sign a contract to buy real estate, and the closing represents you, he or she represents you at closing. So first of all, let's talk about attorney. Should you just pick somebody from Yellow Pages? And we talked about Yellow Pages from before, right? It's dead. Or should you pick an attorney that somebody recommends you, maybe a real estate broker recommends you? What do you recommend?
Thank you, Michael, for a great introduction again.
My pleasure.
So when it comes to attorneys, it is a very interesting topic that we could touch upon right now. Attorneys are very diverse into different categories, okay? There's attorneys that pretty much specialize in divorces. There is attorneys specialize in criminal law. There's attorney that specialize in real estate, and there is attorneys that specialize in, let's say,
everything.
Probates and estates, right? Probates and estates. So when we work with attorneys, we always advise our clients to make sure that they hire someone who specializes in real estate law. If it is a probate and estate case where you have to go to court and get your case probated, then you need to hire an attorney who specializes specifically in estates and probates proceedings and cases in court. You do not want to hire someone who is constantly sitting in court and fighting for criminals, or you don't want to hire an attorney who is constantly dealing with divorces, because those attorneys will never be available to you. They will not be accessible to you. Every time that you need to sign a contract, every time you need to ask them simple questions about anything pertaining to your transaction, they just will not be accessible.
Yeah, it's just going to a doctor. Do you want to go with somebody who's a general practitioner, for example? Or if you have a specific issue, somebody who's an expert, has that specialty, and who's seen it all? Because you want to go to an attorney who has handled dozens of closings, not dozens, thousands of closings.
Thousands of closings.
Exactly.
Thousands and thousands of
all
closings.
types of situations and how to get out of them, right?
Right. Not only that, Michael, please remember that most attorneys that we personally do business with and we refer, most of those attorneys have established a relationship with buildings that we mostly represent and refer our clients to. Meaning that if you, for example, buy a co-op with me, and I would refer you to an attorney that has already a relationship, not only with building co-op and the co-op attorneys, but also the management companies. If their name is known as a well put together, reputable name, and it's just like I said before, relationship get the flow going. Everyone will be on the same page. The transaction will be smooth and easy. No one will be causing each other trouble. Sometimes I have attorneys, Michael, I will tell you the truth. Within the first 2 minutes, I have a conversation with them. I hang up the phone. I already know it's going to be a drama attorney.
Exactly.
Why? Because they just have that entitlement and attitude that sometimes they're being disrespectful. Not only sometimes very harsh and difficult with their clients, but then when we step in, they start throwing temper tantrums, and those I usually don't work very well.
You know what? You bring up a very good point. I've seen attorneys who try to show off and impress in front of their clients, but in reality, they make it worse for their clients.
They're killing the deal.
They're killing a deal.
They're
killers.
They're killing the deal. And so this is what we try to avoid. Based on personality, based on how they can put deals together, based on how they can negotiate with other attorneys, based on how they could deliver and transcribe the messages in the end. Sometimes it could be a situation that's such a minor little situation that is not even a problem.
Right.
And sometimes if this is an attorney who is a drama queen attorney, then sometimes they turn this little situation into a tremendous drama that could cause not only us,
Right.
but also their client a deal. Look, in the
And
end
we did a whole video on that. Drama-free real estate broker. How
drama-free
sometimes
real estate.
you have to step in and fix the situation, deal with everybody on an emotional level, have empathy for them,
Personality.
but have them understand why they're there. They're there to sell and to buy. That's
Correct.
it. Leave
Correct.
everything else out of it.
Yeah, so in the end of the day, we always recommend our preferred attorneys that we do business with on an ongoing basis. I know that I can trust them. I know that they're never going to kill a deal. Look, if there is anything that's super important and must be addressed, they definitely will.
Yeah.
Remember, we all licensed people. Nobody wants to put their license on the line by doing anything that's unethical or illegal. But on the other side, you also want to make sure that you're dealing with a personality that will turn the situation to very smooth and easy, even if it's challenging situation sometimes. But if you have smooth and easy personality as an attorney, you're not going to turn it into a drama. You will make it smooth and easy, maybe in many cases, turn it into leverage for your client, where you could actually go ahead and ask for a credit or some kind of incentive for your client, where it will benefit your client down the road.
In other words, what you're saying is attorney has to be pragmatic. On one hand, he or she has to represent their client.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, they have to understand the ultimate goal here, if the deal is good for the client, is to close this deal.
Absolutely.
And like you said, be pragmatic. But I find a lot of times you as a broker have to step in and negotiate between the parties. I want to share with you one anecdote I saw recently at a closing. You're going to really appreciate it. And then we're going to end. I was at a closing recently. It's a expensive property in Long Island. Broker walks in through a conference room. An attorney for the seller says, no, in my conference room at closings, we don't allow brokers. Brokers have to sit outside in the reception area. I got up, I said, listen, no, that's not how this is going to work. The reason why this deal happening right now is because of that broker who did the job, who did put in the hard work and toil to bring it together.
Absolutely.
He is not going to sit outside, first of all. Second of all, a lot of times, like we discussed, issues come up at closings that only brokers
can resolve it.
Because they know already the clients, they've dealt with them for, like you said, for years. They have a relationship with the client from both sides. Attorney maybe only saw the client twice in their life.
Absolutely.
So that was unacceptable. But it was, to me, it was just unbelievable that they told the brokers to sit outside. I know that it's not going to fly with you, that's for sure.
Look, in the end of the day, Michael, we all know that the more we work, the more we perform, the more minds we bring together, the more money is it to be made. Not only with attorneys, not only with mortgage brokers, not only with clean out companies, but also we deal a lot with, generally speaking, supers of the building. You need to be super nice to them because they are the ones that letting people in and out. I mean, there is so many different
there's so many moving parts.
Puzzles. And you know, you just have to be nice.
And you are like the conductor of that orchestra. Make sure all the band members play their part.
Absolutely. We're going to talk more about home inspectors, how they also play a major role in a transaction. But I think attorneys definitely need to understand that their involvement to keep a peace within transaction is extremely important. And we definitely always open to hearing more relationships and connections from other attorneys. So if there is anyone out there that would like to connect with me, I'm always open to building new relationships and opportunities. But when it comes to attorneys, we definitely have a large pool of great relationships and connections. We can always recommend our clients to those that have very good name and reputation.
Exactly. That's why everybody choose your attorney wisely. He could be your best friend or he could be your worst enemy. You never know. Olga, thank you so much. It was very informative and interesting at the same time. As always, we're going to bring you back quite a few more times for more educational topics that have to do with real estate in Queens and Long Island and real estate in general. So we really appreciate your time. We appreciate everybody watching and tuning in. Until next time, take care, everybody. Thank you, Olga.